Hello, World Civ 107. Welcome to week 6. This is the last week we have until finals week. And Sunday, I totally woke up early to get all your classes ready so you'd have extra time to get stuff done for those of you who needed to. And I just found out as I came on my way home from my other job. I saw that I had the texts and messages. Hey, Mr. Pollock, why haven't you opened up this class yet? So listen, all the work is already due on Sunday by midnight. If for whatever reason you're not able to get the work done by Sunday evening, contact me and we'll talk about possibly Monday turning it in, okay? For now, though, you still have everything due on Sunday and you should be able to get it done. But this is actually going to be a harder week than the finals week. So I will go into the final a little bit more later. But basically, just to tell you, it's going to be very similar to exam 1. It's going to be worth 25 points. That's it. So I would really focus on getting as much of this work done more than anything else. Okay, so we're covering the Israel-Palestine conflict and the making of the modern Middle East. Very important topics, especially for Americans to learn because, honestly, we're just so bad with this. And I'm going to search on YouTube and see if I can find this Fox News clip of the Duck Dynasty guy going over ISIS in Iraq. And my biggest problem with it, there's a lot of problems I have with it, is just this is where our news level, this is where the level of our news is at for being informative about conflicts. Also, I might find, but I'll just mention that I think it was Gene Simmons from Kiss. He's this pro-Israel. He's also politically pro-Israel, but he would be invited on, the former rock star from the band Kiss, to discuss the Middle East peace process and Israel-Palestine conflict. I remember that's when Obama was president. I would see him pop up on all the other news sources, and I'd think, man, is this American news where we just get entertainers to try to inform us? I mean, it's not that these entertainers, and they could be informed, well informed. They just happen to actually not be, in my opinion. And I'll let you make your own decision if I can find some of those clips. So here you have an opportunity to really learn this. Look, the Israel-Palestine conflict is something that you'll find often people just don't care about, or they care passionately about. And so I definitely have my own bias on this. I'm trying to present this with nuance in a way that you at least understand what both sides are trying to say, the context in which both sides come into this conflict. And it should help you get a better understanding of how both sides are approaching this. And needless to say, the United States is not biased. We are, the U.S. government, Israel is the number one military aid recipient of the U.S. government. That's just a fact. And so the U.S., what I'm just simply saying is that the U.S. government really can't pretend to be anything other than biased towards the case of Israel. Now, look, here's what I really also want to just kind of step in to have a discussion about. I've been to many debates on the conflict, and there are certainly people on both sides that racialize this or turn it into a racist debate. And this is what I mean by a racist debate. You're not actually trying to pay attention to the facts on the ground. You're not actually seeing the fact that humans are equal and that at times some humans make political decisions that we can disagree with and consider to be problematic. But we're not labeling an entire group of people like somehow tainted in some collectivist sense. right? So, with this conflict, I will see one side be very racist towards Arabs, or another side very racist to Jews, anti-Semitic. And I'm hoping that what you're seeing when you, whatever, once you see these lectures and you do the readings, that you'll come out of this at least really getting rid of any of those kind of elements from the discussion. I mean, a conflict between people we should always break away from that. Now, that's me being openly biased. I'm against racist approaches to conflicts. Okay, so that's it. All right, and then next we cover the making of the modern Middle East, and we're gonna miss a lot of things that are going on right now because so much has been going on. We're already cramming so much into this last week. I would have liked to really focus more on the Gulf War and the build up to the war in Iraq, to talk more about 9/11 and what's happened in Afghanistan. And I didn't really cover Libya, and Libya is a whole other topic. Now, here's the whole thing, just to back up and say. Remember how I've talked about how Egypt has always been kind of like it's in Africa, but culturally and politically, it's often really been more a part of the Arab world. It's a Arab majority speaking country, Muslim majority country, and that also goes for the case of Northern Africa. So Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, and Egypt. The Arabs there are North African, but they are also kind of seeing themselves more a part of the broader Arab world. Did I say Libya? That's the important part. And Libya. But now there's Berber, and there's other ethnic groups within those countries that often will make complaints about racial discrimination and all sorts of other things there. And that's a whole other set of topics. But so what I'm just trying to say is that even though Libya, I could count that as a part of the Middle East, but it's not really. By the way, Afghanistan is not really in the Middle East. And it's like geography and how and where to place people and where to fit them into the whole discussion, is tricky. I want to remind you all of this one thing, and then I'm going to end it here. The majority of Arabs are Muslims, but the majority of Muslims are not Arabs. Okay? The largest Islamic country in the world demographically is Indonesia. And we're not talking about Southeast Asia right now, right? Okay? So those are some of the things I want you to keep in mind. Keep in mind that the broader Middle East, even the Arab-speaking world, many Palestinians are actually Christians, okay? Or there are other religious groups like Druze, which I don't even really talk about at all, and Yazidis. So, okay, I'll end here. If you all have any questions, I will be working from home mainly tomorrow. My brain's fried. It was a long day. It's triple digits here, and I see that Modesto is the same. So, anyhow, I hope you all are having a blessed week, and hang in there. We're almost done, and you've been doing great. And if you have any issues, things you want to resolve, this is the week to do it. Get in contact with me, please, especially tomorrow. Okay? So I will talk to you all later.